alone, what the fuck you thought it was? I stay in it, can nobody do what I does? Sexy young lady, and I'm thorough too. I got your baby daddy on my line, that's my little boo. Don't you look at me, nah, babe, I'm looking you. You man, you don't know what cool finna do. I get skinny on you niggas, I call it anorexic. You don't understand, I call it dyslexic. He fucking was cooler and he got the time. I ain't never gon' broke, nigga, ain't no rewind. If you looking for me, ain't no shirt you gon' find. I'm probably in town, fucking with my guys. I'm not with them hoes. Different time zone, I don't answer no calls if it come up, but
spitting pain when I sing. Rap, I mean, deuce by the hit. Precision aim, her shit with my boys. Smoking pain when I clutch your voice. Don't think I'm playing run for your life. I rip you, man, WEBBO on the shit. Big set of man, I take a nigga life. Fuck with the gang, bad bitch, long pipe. She loving me, working them take life. These trap stars ain't right, ranting up in this life. These cops now ain't right, took 11 months of my life. They set me up this fight, so called nigga live a life. Let me ride into all this life. Came home, got right, ran up they light. Now here's how it's precise. I laugh at them high. Niggas want more life, but that pleasure costs your life. Lose me and that guy, slick get too high. So when I make that call, ain't no questions, you die. Can't, I'm not. Big beans, nuts. Please reach red dot. Forehead, top, jet, box, six, his top. That's bro, you mop. Blood bad, we stop. Cop, you cop. Red, with nuts. I'll bet you gone. Some snakes be drawn. My gang, there's motive. Them snakes, we saw them. This dick is sick. Bitches look big bitch. That guap I get. Don't brag, that's it. Y'all niggas eat dick. Y'all like me Smith. That's my little bitch. Treat it like her. Getting pain when I sing. Rap, I mean deuce by the hit. Precision ain't bad, bitch, give me top. She loving me, I run the block over op. Fucking me, big gun on my hip. Blue his head, WEBBO on the shit. Big set of man, shouldn't said I check my slip. Cap and knot, big knot in my pocket. Reach I pop. Fuck boys.
Wow. What's up, y'all? We back with the boy. WEBBO in the building.
And the rock band that he practicing down the hall.
Wow. Y'all hear that? This is it. Lyrics and metaphors is all about today. We're here at the B&B studio. What's up, CEO? Boss Biz.
You already know I'm just riding the wave down there. We ain't coming up, chilling. We falling back. We got my man WEBBO.
He's born fly.
My man,
He's born fly, y'all. He's born fly.
Why we gotta talk about that born fly? Like, I just put some clothes on. It ain't all about what you, it's how you wear it and how you look in what you wear.
I'm just saying, I say how you doing.
I'm born fly, and I appreciate it. We ain't here to talk about me. We here to talk about my man WEBBO. Like, let me give you a little preview of how I met him. I had a Wham event, and then he called me up and he said he wanted to be on it. And he bought tickets, and he sold tickets, and he bought a fan base. And that's what the Wham Association is all about. So now he's officially a Wham artist. Once you become a part of the Wham events, you officially become a Wham artist. So you're in line for a plaque, but you got to work for it. I'm not saying you're getting one, but I'm saying you're in line, you're in position now. See, a lot of people, when the plaques come out, they want to know why I ain't get a plaque. You wasn't in position. You got to get in position to get one. If you're not in position, you're out of line. So you're not in line, already. But you showed out. You showed out. You came second at the Wham. And I promise you some studio time and all that. But I got a little bit more for you. I'll talk to you about that a little bit on. Because during the conversations that I've had with you, and the things that I've seen from you, you're an artist that's willing to pursue your career financially and by putting in the work. I've seen that in you, and I haven't seen you fade from that. And that's why I took an interest in bringing you back to holler at you about your future adventures in the music game. Like, and let me ask you a question. I asked myself the same question. And I'm gonna start asking everybody else, because when I asked myself that, I'm gonna give you my answer. What I said, you got children? when you plan to have children, will you allow them to listen to your music?
Yes.
That's how I say it. I mean, it does depend what age, but you don't know which child you ride with when they're in your car and you pop on whatever you pop in, and they listening to whatever you're listening to. So in the future, it doesn't matter what we let our children. It does and it doesn't matter, but with education about what they're listening to, it goes a long way. Because I found out myself that I didn't educate my children when they listen to the hard music and the cussing and all that, and it came out cool, but it went into a different direction. And I got some children that won't let their children listen to music like I listen to, and I got a few that will. But it was educated through other things that the music didn't get them, because even myself at my age, when I listen to drill music and kill, rob, steal, how I get money, hustle, that's right in my lane all day. And in order for me to get out that lane, I have to come back to reality. Like, that shit right there is gonna get me booked. And everybody else is just doing
and your kids booked from listening to it and growing up with it.
Today,
what's up, Bobby?
Today, I'm not gonna take the whole conversation up. Today, we live in a world of social media, and social media is raising our children, raising the youth, and even encouraging the elderly. Because it doesn't matter what age you are, we're going back into time. Like, we're at the Coliseum. The social media is the lion's den. And anything that's put in the Coliseum is always what? The Lions are going to tear it up. So when it don't even have to be true.
But is it that most artists, they sing about their environment and their,
but that's what I want to get to with him. That's why I was opening up to that. Where do you
I made mistakes from being when I was younger, being a follower.
Right.
You learn from that. So when you have kids, you're supposed to raise them to be a leader.
Exactly.
When you make the music, over the time, I'm not gonna always be rapping about the same shit. I rap about what's going on. I mean, just talking. So,
and I hear that.
Time, like,
and I hear that
music gonna change. It ain't gonna always be like when I start making good money. It's gonna change. So I have to rap about different stuff. So,
yeah, but even with that,
the kids know
even with making good money, there's a demand for the negative. Always a demand for the negative. But there is room for empowerment of positive. If everybody gravitated to the positive part of music, like they gravitate to the negative part, because it's an imbalance. So it has to balance back out. So we got to have some artists that's willing to stand up and say, listen, I ain't into that. I don't kill nobody, I rap. I rap about my life. I rap about this, but I ain't popping nobody. I don't go around carrying no guns. I don't do none of that. I don't care about ops. Ops are not in the way. You're in the way by worrying about ops.
It's right now.
Why everybody got to
look, it's right now. Everybody knows.
So you say you never the villain.
I'm never the villain until they want to be a superhero.
See that part.
I'm a good guy.
Sometimes, let me say,
I got people to come home to you, like,
and that takes
I worry about myself.
That takes a lot of patience and a lot of thinking about reactions and consequences, because sometimes we go out there and shit happens and we react before we think. I used to be that kind of person when you couldn't do nothing or say nothing to me because I didn't give a fuck. I was going to react before I even thought about what I did. That was bad. Because when I did all those things, I got incarcerated, or I had to pay money, or you know what I mean, get out of jail or whatever, or pay somebody for whatever got damaged or whatever. But during the course of life, you get older, and when you get older, you're supposed to age, and some people don't. Some people stay in that same shit, and that's what the media, social media, is a fucking slave tool to keep us in that same state of mind. That's why everybody got the same music, everybody the same drill. That's why everybody get millions and billions of dollars to talk about how they're killing us, all our own fucking people.
But everybody not on that.
Exactly.
It's just
So,
making the music and
my thing is
social
that
media, when it comes down to it, you'll see them on social media getting roughed up or fixed or something because they really wasn't really with it. So they
pretty much,
pretty much.
they talked about niggas with
But they
that,
rapped about
but
it.
they really wasn't. So when it happened, and that's what they gotta understand. You can't talk that talk and don't be about that life because sooner or later somebody's gonna come at you. So in order not to go through those types of things, why don't you change yourself to be a unique artist and find something unique? I'm not talking about you. I'm saying as all artists as a whole, find something unique like they used to. I heard you talk about shit. I heard Shit in Little Soup in the car the other day. They ain't talking about Kill Nobody, but that was a hit song. There was a lot of hit songs that had nothing to do with killing that people made millions and millions of dollars off of. But now that the industry is pushing all the music around the world is about murder, killing, sex, violence, and all that, all in one. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying and everybody's guilty of it. I'm even guilty of it. I even made music like that. But and that wasn't the whole conversation today. It was just a subject that I brought out to you to see, what is your exegesis on that?
All I can say is I can't make the music off of my life, right? So I can't.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Like I could try.
So let me ask you a question. So all the lyrics that you write are actually true events, like.
I wouldn't ask you. I wouldn't even ask you that if I was you.
No,
I wouldn't ask you that.
Okay,
We're gonna skip that. We're gonna skip that question.
I asked you only what you said based on your life.
Based on events that he has experienced.
Yeah, that's what I mean, based on your experience. But so you, as an artist, you can't see making music through the eyes of somebody else.
That being the follower? That's being the follower, isn't it?
It's not being a follower, you just.
I mean, everybody learns from somebody.
It's not being a follower.
Yeah, like I got songs.
If I was a traveler, I would go around the world saying something like that.
Like that's in my song. I don't
Okay,
talking about killing.
I mean, I hear it, and I don't hear.
I'm just talking about.
I hear what needs to be heard. Other than
I'm saying, I'm just.
Other than go, I got a heater with a switch, and it got oil, and when it flame, it's going bling bling the whole block. I don't hear none of that type of shit. You feel me? Like when you hear that type of music, it's funny. But
I'll be pushing the buttons.
Pushing buttons and got switches. I'm like, oh, some real shit. What the fuck do you need a switch for? Like, why do you need a gun with a switch? Like, how many people you intended on killing? Like, if you got a gun to protect yourself, you don't need all that, especially if you know how to shoot. So evidently, you don't know how to shoot. So you need that switch and the extra long extended clip and all that, because you might miss. And you gonna miss, and then you think that you might miss, then apparently you gonna miss because you didn't even hit the person that you was shooting at. You know what I mean? We don't want to do another topic. It's something else.
Let's move it on.
Back. All right, we're gonna play some of your music so they can hear. You know,
nah, he got good this. We're just
back. Do I got that?
Talk, after we hear this, we got another artist that's coming up and he talks about his lyrics as well. You know what I mean? So that's the topic for the day.
I talk about my lyrics. I just didn't know how to answer that question.
I wouldn't answer it. Period.
I don't know the mind of my artist. Let me tell you something. You know how you make these stations, like on iHeart, I got Smart Easy Radio. Lord. To try to get him some spins on the songs. You know what I mean?
Well, we're going to give you some spins. He's going to get his own spins because he's a hard worker.
You hear the stuff that they pair on that station. It's a cutthroat Oh,
But some of them rappers, you gotta understand
It's
where they
some
live at
other-
and shit.
yeah.
But not only that,
That might influence
when
the
they
way.
rapping, it's like you thinking of it one way, but it could be another way. Like,
I understand people rapping about things they experience
like
in
when I
life.
rap,
You got some people out
it
here.
take me like 2 months to make a song, but I'm not trying to get myself
Yeah,
in trouble.
You got some people out here going light a firecracker up because you're scared, but they talking about they holding the MAC-10s and AKs and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I heard about fake it till you make it, and it's all good, but don't keep on faking and faking because whatever you're pushing out for other people to do. Everything is hot, or not, I'm not gonna say hot. Everything that's a trend is always going to be trending on the internet, and that's what people go to. What's trending? Why don't they trend? Why doesn't education get trending for a month? Let's trend education for a month. How to educate yourself instead of going into people's stores, breaking into stores, and taking shit out of it. How to get your own store and put things in your store so that you can help the community. Because, I mean, as young Black people and even people who are not, that have the wisdom and the knowledge to help, that don't, are failing. And we're all failing. When they fail, we fail. I saw on Instagram today, where they raided the store, and the comment was, our youth, I'm ashamed of our youth. Well, look what's going on at home. You know what I mean? I mean, because if I saw my child running out of the store on Instagram, I'm not going to praise him and say, oh, you on Instagram and you went viral, and you know what? A lot of them parents did. A lot of parents sit down with the children and meet with them and get high with them and party with them and turn up. And whatever they do is cool until it comes back to bite them in the ass. And then all of a sudden, oh, I didn't know they was doing that. But here's the video with you right here shaking your ass right with your daughter and smoking weed and having a party, playing cards and just inviting everybody in the house. That happens. And that's sad. And it's bad because that child's mind hasn't even had a chance to grow, like popping perks at 10 and 12, 13 years old. You know, narcotics, like that's hard shit. Like I smoked weed when I was 12 and shit like that, but that's marijuana. When you get to the drugs and the pills and all that, that's some different shit. You know what I mean? And that should be what the artist should be rapping and talking about, reality, instead of some shit that ain't real. Instead of some clout shit or some Instagram or Facebook shit. You know what I mean? That's the real, and when I start my label back, that's all I'm looking for. I'm looking for artists that's going to go out here and make a positive impact in the neighborhood. My next events, I don't want no gun bars in my events anymore. So if you come with gun bars, then I just have to decline you from coming. Like, I'm pretty sure, I mean, you got songs that's radio ready. I want to start having events where artists are radio ready and don't use the background music. They use the showcase, show music, show tracks and shit like that. That they know their bars. These are the kind of shows each year we're going to change situations with the web so that the artists can get better. So if you don't graduate, then I can't put you on the platform because every year I want the platform to get bigger. I know you know your bar. I know you got songs. So I'm pretty sure, and I know you can get fame. So I know that you'll be a part of that platform coming up this season. What's up, Jay? You got something to add to this? I'm out just running the show. Right?
Just running the show. I mean,
nah, we're going to do some more. My man, we go FISK.
People are leaning
This is my email.
veterinarians.
I got
The world is moving towards veterinarians. There's radio play, no matter what. They don't want to hear killing. You know, it's a lot. What's up, honey? What's up? How are you, sis?
Anybody got any questions? I mean, how can they hit this up to find out?
Well, you
This
know,
big FISK to you dropping October 31st.
Nope.
New EP.
That's Halloween, man.
Halloween. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on. Like I have Halloween parties. And
No, do it
shit
send to my
like
phone.
WEBBO FISK, my
Send it to
YouTube
my phone. iPhone 7.
WEBBO FISK. See it down the bottom. Down the bottom right there, going across the screen. If you're not on my channels, you gotta click follow. You gotta click follow, subscribe, and like, and all that stuff. I'm sure it's in your inbox. It's the Comfort Level Podcast on everything. Check it out. Follow, subscribe, WEBBO. You spell it WEBBO. FISK. I can't reach the screen right now. I'm way over here. Y'all see me? That's what's up. Make sure you follow the board. And we got some shit coming up.
Right now on Apple Music.
What's it called? That's your shirt up? Let's see that. Slick Flick, yo. Y'all see that? Yeah.
The whole tape, the nice, she's on
You
her
see
platform.
and it's merchandise. Can people get merchandise from them? You got merch for sale, whatever. You ain't doing that yet.
Well, it sends back to Mr. Good.
These my folks, my brothers make jeans though. These is jeans.
There you go. They
Send it back to Mr.
They make all that shit. That's what's up. He down to it. See, the boy got style. That's what I'm talking about. We in the comfort zone. Upcoming is Snooze Daily, and also
what's the song?
tomorrow. We know when you're ready to play. Or I'll make these announcements real quick.
We're good right now.
What's this called? Introduce that joke.
It's called Backpack. It's out on YouTube right now.
Backpack. Out of
It's
YouTube.
called
It's called something.
Yo, like shot to get hit from the neck to the belly. Then I take this bitch in the telly. I'm itching to pull you, itching to pull you a statement. Your bitch get left in the basement. You telling I'm smoking on rap pack. I want you to clap back. Grizzly in the back, she mad cause I'm only speaking facts. Where you at? I'm all in the trap. Damn, niggas is rap. Run up on me, I'm giving them low. 12 shots when I'm lifting the toast. MPA, they do it the most. Dick eating, I'm talking about Niggas talking about sticks, they ain't got that. I'm walking with standing, I pop that. Bigs, niggas don't got that. Tryna put a snakes on. I'm from Norristown, niggas step back. My nigga going to the bitch, he a pipe that. They really took my nigga life, I don't like that. Slick please send the signs on the strike back. The dealer playing OD, I don't like that. She like, let's meet. I'm like, bye ho, I don't backtrack, you can die ho. On slick, you ain't ready to die ho. We got 5 racks hanging in the tie ho. Niggas talking all this shit, they ain't ready to die. Never die, there's a pussy like Fisco. Fisco has a bitch, yeah, the hip flow.
I know that. I like that shit what I like.
Alright, come sit that Henny bot over here. I don't dance, but I know a couple moves. That power tool make them power drool. That one dance of all that tire tool. I hit spit shit out of 14 power like a couple niggas rapping. but they snitching too. I really know bull for real, he a fucking fluke. Next time I see him, Biggie Smalls on him. He said, damn, fuck with this, I'm dropping balls on him. Hit his mom, now she paying ducats. Got my own cash too, so I took it. But that's the old fist, I still love it though. I was milking hoes, milking mills. Me and bro was on that. Now I'm grabbing racks to the Xanax. I met Zach, low dropping on X. That's Eric though, sweat. On text so high, and they tell his ass to be back. I'm a sketchy nigga, don't shake long. That pipe close, I don't fake draws. Big two like snake long. Why they playing with me, they take long. No deal yet, are they hear songs? Cause big fish, no snake Jones, just listen to him, he fake fraud, I don't dance. But I know a couple moves. That power tool, make them power drool. That one dance invoke that tire tool. I hate this bitch, she alive for she watch a game called a power tool. I don't dance, but I know a couple moves. That power tool, make them power drool. That one dance invoke that tire tool. I hate this bitch, she alive for she watch a game called a power tool. I be telling Duke, stop cat frauding. If it came back, we gotta take precautions. And these bitches love me, but they hate God. Just bow for my BM in the mother hoes. I meant for my old head, no flow. 40 on me, call it drum roll. I hit them bitches with that shit though. Fiskinize that hip flow, like Tiz said, dip low. Y'all niggas playing games. Call of Duty on glitch though. And if you ever see me lagging, peep my stick though. I might pull it out and bust like I got the zip, bro. Laughing, he osmosis now. I don't like that. Bro, this, I know it make niggas mad, only they hoe click. It's real gangsters out here, man, they got hoe dick. Real pussy ass niggas get they bowl licked. I can't really get jokers on host it. I mean, gossip. On the real, I like seeing everybody with their own shit. And for my niggas get more paid than me, fish shit. Real niggas, silk lip, ammo, smooth shit. Oh, you ain't no nigga? We script filled, that slick talk, my lips sealed. Niggas capping, claiming everything but old girl and mids. He get a script filled, I don't dance, but I know a couple moves. Nigga, that power tool make them power drool. Nigga, that one dance and bought that tire tool. I hit this bitch shit lying fool. She watching thing called a power tool. I don't dance, but I know a couple moves. That power tool make them power drool. That one dance and bought that tire tool. I hit this bitch shit lying fool. She was watching thing called a power tool. Nigga, big fish. TTNS, no snake game. No snakes around. No shaking shit, nigga. Investigations go. Breaking shit, nigga. Big dog. You know what's going on. Favorite line, fifth in me. Favorite line. That's my new joint.
Big fist in the building, y'all heard.
That flow when you, you know what I mean?
I like that.
And you already, with the shit.
He really can rock the crowd. I know he'll rock it.
Yeah,
You know what I
you
mean?
did.
Just, I guess it's a matter of finding the right niche for your music and taking it and putting it in the right places.
I mean, it's not about finding it because you just got to put yourself out there for more people to see. So finding them ain't hard. You just got to put yourself out there.
Your flow is nice. It's a little different from the average around here.
And I respect the fact that you mentioned Norristown where you're from. Because I know a lot of people that don't do that. They'll mention Philly and they ain't even from Philly. But, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's very good. We're part of Philly, you really. But, it's exceptional people that do exceptional shit like that. I'm not. Just keep rapping.
It's exceptional shit.
Exceptional shit.
Yeah, well, this music is exceptional.
It's like you have a lot of people that favorites. You got a lot of sons, favorite sons. And those favorite sons block everybody else sunshine.
That's talk to me.
You know what I'm saying?
Turn around so they can see.
You can put a cloud. You can put a cloud on anybody for the sunshine when you become a son yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people, I couldn't, do this and I gotta leave and I gotta. Yes, you do, but you gotta make a stake at home. You gotta get stamped. See, they won't stamp you until you make it, so you gotta really work even harder. when you make it, that's what they go, oh, nigga, we
As soon
knew
as
you
it
for
take
a
to get stamped.
You know what I mean?
What does it take to
You
get
gotta
stamped?
go out to get stamped, and you gotta get stamped by approval of your city. Like, and there's people that will approve you other than the people that think that they need
Did
to
you
move
check
from.
this out? This thing popping out. You got on that?
Do I got what?
You got on that?
You talking about Diamond Cut?
No, that's the PHL live with David Hurst and Lumag. Lumag is giving that $11,000 worth of distribution stuff.
Yeah, the new mag is incredible. What this is the woman though? David O is incredible.
No, it's a thing going on.
My Dutch about to sign it. Incredible. It's incredible.
You got no Friday, you sign up to that. You know what I mean? Please.
Yeah, you with that level rap. Just give me a name to
No, that's it. That's not cash. It's not cash.
Ain't no cash.
No, that's not cash. That's it. Well, it's cash prizes and more, but I know for a fact that Rob Schwartz.
See, that's why you got to read between the lines. And the motherfucker will read this shit like, damn, we could win 11 grand.
It says
And when you
cash
get there,
and
it
prizes,
say
but it's a whole distribution.
11,000
Let me
flyers.
tell you something. Stop, Diggs. Cut it out. Let me $11,000 for Who Mad. You need to look it up right now on your phone. On your phone, Who Mad is one of the biggest and the best distribution companies on the ground.
Back to what I was saying. This bag is credible. I was sitting there from the record.
That's right.
But there's some people out here that will read that flyer, right?
Well, it's not about the flyer. It's about him saying, him just throwing his music on YouTube, or he threw it on this, and you know, because they want this and they want that. You need to see somebody about that. You know, that's the big thing. You know what I mean? For your career. You need to see something. It's not about what they do on the flyer. That's on the flyer.
I'm not even talking about that flyer. I'm talking about flyers
But when
in general.
people look at
When people look at the flyer, they look at 11 grand, period, because they got a money sign in it.
that
And
works.
that's all, and they're not looking at what else is on the flyer.
Right.
They only see 11,000. I'm going to win 11,000. And they don't read nothing else.
Yeah. But they've been posting about it.
You know why? You
All
know why? Because nobody wants to fucking read no more. Everybody wants to fucking Google shit. So why not Google
because
the
they're
flyer?
on Instagram.
Google the whole flyer. Put the whole flyer on
They're
Google so
on
they Google.
Instagram and TikTok.
TikTok is the number one. TikTok is number one in around the world.
Because what?
The money for you to put flyers on Google and shit.
Because when they put it's doing everything except for your own page.
I don't know how, but they want money.
We do.
Yeah, they do want money.
That's called advertising. That's called promotion. That's called marketing. Sometimes people gotta understand that couple of hours that you spend goes a long way. And you might not see it right away. But eventually it's gonna build up. And build up. Like this shit didn't happen overnight here.
You have to invest in some money on your career in order for it to go, you know.
But like I
And
was telling,
sometimes, you know, if you are very social, you can join some different pages and clubs and stuff that will do a blog for you for free or something like that. You know what I mean? You just gotta apply for it. I mean, like you gotta go.
There ain't no doubt in my mind that he's not. It's like
No, you have to go out the box because you know people will talk about you. You know what I mean? You gotta go out the box.
they're gonna talk about you in the positive and the negative also. So I mean, people gotta be prepared for that mentally. Like this is a mental game that we play every fucking day. One day they love you, the next day they don't. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that.
Well,
People get bored real quick.
We working
real quick.
We working over here. We working over here.
Whether you working or not,
well,
you have to have a consistent base of work to work with.
Welcome.
You can have a bunch of tires in the shop, but nobody get a flat tire.
I gave you one before for a podcast squad. Welcome to Janet Schman, the independent.
Let's working over here, real right.
I know I can give you that one. I'm giving it to you now, since you know this interview, and I hear you talking more and more about what you need. I thought you had some things in place, but you don't. You know, there's some things that I can help you with because I'm also artist developer. You know, and I can, you know, help you.
And a lot of artists want to skip their part right away.
Now our guest is coming on today. We got Snooze Daily, and I'm gonna bring him in the stream. And we're gonna say, see if we hear you. Can you hear us, Snooze? Can you hear us? I can't hear you. Turn your mic on.
Are you hooked up to a speaker?
That's good.
Yeah.
Nah. Snooze Daily, folks. You're frozen.
All right, 1 second.
There you go. I hear you now. There you go. You good.
All right, you can hear me now?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
Doing very well, very well. Snooze. What's good? What's good? We're here with, excuse me for a minute, my partner, Boss Biggs, and you got our guest before you came in. We got WEBBO FISK. So welcome to the Comfort Level Podcast, Snooze Daily.
All right, glad to be here.
So you come to us by way of Long Island.
That's right, Long Island, New York. Shout out to New York.
Shout out to New York. So before we brought you in, we were talking about lyrics and things like that. You know, we came in. This gentleman here, he got some great lyrics, but you have some hooks and some metaphors that you know that you use to reach your listeners. Tell us a little bit about it. You're a little dark up there.
Yeah, I mean, basically, let's see if we could, you know, lighten up a little bit. Basically, you know, my lyrics is just basically making music that people can relate to. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to do all of the how much money I got, how many fly cars, how many women I've, you know, been with. I'm not trying to do all of that. I'm trying to give everybody real life lyrics, stuff that everybody go through on a given day. You know what I mean? So that's why it might be the metaphors might be a little catchy towards you know, people relating to the everyday life.
So is that not necessarily related to your experiences? Or
I mean, you know, some of mine, some of the stuff I go through, I might have a bad day at work. I'll come home and write. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It all depends on the day. You know what I mean? But it's a relatable topic because everybody lives 24 hours in a day. We might not go through the same situation on the same day, but you might go through something similar, and you can relate. I mean, everybody has a job where the boss get on their nerves one day, so you know that day I come home, the boss might be my op for that day. That's how I'm gonna talk.
That sounds great. That sounds great. You know, well,
So, Nancy, do you have do you write whole songs or just the hooks?
I mean, it's so with me, it's all a feel. It all depends on how the beat talks to me. You know what I mean? That's for me. You know what I mean? Sometimes a beat will come on, it'll move me to talk about whatever it is that I talk about on that particular beat. It's more like just depending on what the beat, what I feel like the beat tells me to give to people.
So, do you record your stuff or do you have studio?
I have a partner I've been recording with over 17 plus years. My man RMG Studios, my man Reels. You know what I mean? We've been together for like 17 years, so he know my sound, he know how I should sound, and he's been engineering my work. Everything we do, I work with him. So
do you have anything out on any platforms?
I mean, I've got stuff out with Phantom right now on all major platforms. If they go on my bio on Instagram, I've got the link for #1 Music where I got a lot of music. I got a mixtape out with DJ Cool Kid, you know what I'm saying, called The Movement right now, and that's volume 1. We're about to get ready for volume 2. I got another single after this Beast and Wolverine we working on, you know what I'm saying, called Girl 6.
I have that video.
Hi, how you like it?
I liked it. I wanted to see if the people like it.
I mean, let's do it. I'm always, you know what I mean? That to me, that's
early.
Right.
We can do it. Hold on a sec. Let me see. Let's see how this works. There we go.
Snooze daily music, DC women for times. Collaboration, y'all. It's like the smoke pushing out real smooth. That's that platinum kush, you know what I mean? Really well by close intentions, stepping out inside the booth. My drip different, ill swag, nigga, cause I'm the truth. Low key, I'm getting kicked, flying in the coop. Pimp game, got your girl looking like a nigga cute. I move different, spit fire, inhale venom. 2020 vision, hit long range, the rhythm. Exquisite on the rhythm, flossing. Purple be my denim, blue cheese like Haj G. Put you MCs in coffins, spider senses, off in your off switch. Hancock like Hancock. Watch lanes get off quick. Channel energy got me fly without the cockpit. Beast and Wolverine, Snooze and Record with the hot shit. Phantoms like Xavier, my nigga, when we drop hits. David Banner doors like the Hulk, fuck a locksmith. I'm all about them digits, M's is the mission when we squat up. Swinging hammers like dog get chopped up.
The wicked games we play, trouble just to live life every day. Hustle just to get it right every way. But what you talking about? We gonna make it out. The wicked games we play, struggle just to live life every day. Hustle just to get it right every way. But what you talking about? We gonna make it out.
Fast in the Scarface sniff, narcotic hieroglyph. Hard body, no microchips. I stay organic drip. Hit harder than ruler splits. Deep in her uterus. 5 power back shots later. Whose power you is this? You ain't used to this futurists that make computers glitch. Maneuver swift. Lyrics ludicrous. Yet your dudes are fit. Shots fired when the Ruger spits. Revolutionist. On some payback December 4th. Retribution shit. Slow pollution dick. Hit the pool. Kush pugilist. Flows through marvelous. He's one of the greats at doing this. Artist Hendrix, when he plays riffs, AK clips, hand grenade hits, catches clay, swift with K Swiss. I am ageless, off the head in a cipher. I am pageless, razor blades, list the silicone, out the fake tips, quarterback, flip the actress, the mattress, what I backflipped, did the max fix.
Wicked games we play, trouble just to live life every day. Hustle just to get it right every way. But what you talking about? We gonna make it out. The wicked games we play, trouble just to live life every day. Hustle just to get it right every way. But what you talking about? We gonna make it out.
Yo, I just got some good news.
That was lit. That was lit.
All right.
Yeah, that was lit. I like it. Who shot that video?
My bros Carl and Lou Production, they shot the video.
I like it.
You know what I mean? We did it all green screen at a spot out in Manhattan. It was all done green screen. You know, I just wanted to try something different and give the people something different.
I like it. It's always good to have something different going on.
Yeah, it was different.
I'm talking.
Yeah, like a different vibe and the energy was like, yeah, I mean, it's something that you can focus on the video more, seeing more something that you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
It wasn't like everybody else did.
Well, that's what he's aiming for. You know, I didn't want to sound like, I didn't want to do anything that looked like anybody else. I wanted to separate myself from the regular norm.
Right.
How long you gonna leave?
Said over 17 years.
Over 17 years?
Well, he said he was working with something.
I was working with my bro Reels for like over 17 years. We've been recording for like 17 plus years.
That's what's up. You don't really sound like you have like that New York style though. You know what I mean?
I mean, for that one, we kind of switched it up and kind of played with it, but everything I do is kind of like that New York boom bap sound. That's what I do. That's more my lane. You know, I don't try and knock nobody with what they do, but I stay in my lane.
I like that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I stay in mine the whole way.
I like the way.
I
I
don't
like
jump
the
out
way
at
you move.
nobody or nothing. Like, you're not gonna get me doing something that I don't do.
So do you perform a lot? Have you been like city to city or things like that? Have you done awards, different things?
Well, we did a couple shows with the Light from Morris, you know what I mean, moving around the city. I do a couple shows with S Street Media, Worldorama, you know, Grindhard TV. I've just been moving around, doing a little bit here and there, you know, shout out to my brother DC, Central Station, because he had the summer, you know, the summer concert series out here that they do every Monday. And, you know, usually, you know, I either go to support or I'm performing. So, you know, it's just
You're going there, you're the man every Monday.
I mean, I just try and support the young cats too, because, you know.
No, I understand it. I understand.
For me to be out here and be kind of older, you know what I mean? They kind of look up to me in a sense too, but, you know, I mean, I also listen. I'm not one to preach to them all the time and tell them like, yo, you gotta. It's more like listening because I've been taking a page out of their book as far as how to promote and move around now with the technology. So, you know what I mean? To me, it's each one teach one.
Facts.
That's right. So when you first started, did you find it was hard to get people to really, listen to your music? Like, how do they really find out about you, or it's just something that you always did?
I kind of played a mind game with people because I used to make beats, and everybody in the hood knew me for making beats and sleep. The name Snooze came about from my cousin. You know what I mean? And I figured if I was going to get back to it, you know what I'm saying, let me see what the people feel. So, I did a little snippet CD and passed it out, and I got good feedback, but nobody knew it was me at first. You know what I mean? I told people it was my artist just to see what the feel was, just to get the real feel. Because, if they knew it was me, like, yo, I'm rapping, I wanted them to not give me the pass because it's me. I wanted them to hear it and think it
Facts.
was somebody else.
Right. Hot or not.
So,
Right.
New York is a big city. Do you go outside of your home base to perform?
I mean, I'm willing to go anywhere and perform, bro. For me, it's the love of the game. You know what I mean? A lot of people talk about, not traveling here, not traveling there. I think it's more about being humble and always remembering where you're at. You could be the toughest dude in your town, but when you go to the next town, there's somebody that might be as tough as you.
Yeah.
So
Talk
you just
about
gotta
it.
be humble. I'm a humble dude. I don't look for no trouble. I'm not about the drama. I'm a man humble dude. I kind of like, show love to my brothers, wherever I go. So I've done some collabs with some people in Compton that I'm setting up to go out. My brother's unaffiliated Mad Squad. They from Compton, in the Bay Area, and they've been, we've been getting busy, dropping joints out and doing work together. I work with anybody, bro. As long as you hungry and we can make something that the people like, let's get it.
Yeah. I like that you say you support the younger artists, or
And then I like the part when he said like the communication because
Yeah,
when we're talking to them the way that we communicate, they're not understanding that. So we gotta find out where they're at. And sometimes like when we say don't do, we just can't say don't do.
Well, you got to remember, we was all young at one point again, and we wasn't listening to the old heads. The old heads were trying to tell us, we was like, get out of here. So it's not more of me preaching to them. It's more sitting down and listening and having a regular conversation and seeing how they doing mentally, opposed to, just this is how you supposed to do hip hop. It's more finding out who they are as a person, what they going through, and sometimes, how can I help them elevate their craft or elevate their status in the game? You know
And
what I
when
mean?
they're doing that, they're not doing something else.
I mean, listen, I
Some
don't
people
judge
got people
anybody.
that eat. You know what I mean? Like right now,
Well, that's what I'm
it's the hardest it's
saying.
ever been. Like even in my lifetime.
To me, it sounds like he keeping kids off the street.
I mean, to some extent, I'm not like I said, I'm sort of like a big bro they could come talk to at times, you know what I mean, if they going through something. Some might not. Some might come, after they got into something like,
Like OG, that's what OGs do.
You know what I mean? It all depends.
We're there for information that a lot of the youth aren't getting. A lot of youth that's grown up today didn't have somebody in the neighborhood or somebody they can come to that's going to listen to them and give them the real raw truth about what's really going on out here.
Well, that's the thing. That's the main thing, you know what I mean? Because, me personally, I feel like, my era dropped the ball. Like a lot of us, from the older era, we judge the young cats, but a lot of our peers dropped the ball when it comes to the young cats as far as guidance. So you can't really make a judgment call when, you got some of our era dudes putting them out there to do the crazy stuff. You know what I mean? It's all about a matter of respect and knowing what they doing, and sometimes knowing that some of them that's the only choice they got. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate.
Those who only had the only choices they had, like the older generation, some of them only had certain choices. Like
That's what I'm saying. So sometimes it's just reaching that olive branch just to give him another option. You know, some of them
but the option goes deeper than that. Because when something's designed to take the force from out of the house, you know what I mean? And then there's nobody there to guide them, then what you have? Then you have another force that's not teaching them the correct ways of being what they're supposed to be. So therefore, it was the family that was split in two, and the family, the father figures that weren't there that let the younger generation down. It was the government that was taking the black man and incarcerating them. And it was us falling into the traps, just like today. The traps are still there, they're just kind of different. And we still fall into the traps.
Well, that's what I mean. It comes down to a point of showing them and letting them see it. And sometimes, you know, moving the way I move, you know what I mean? I try and just be humble. I see them, I speak to them. You know what I mean? I'm not afraid to interact. I'm not afraid to listen. I'm not afraid to tell them if I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Because we came up in an era where things were done a certain way, and you know, with the technology, and they're more advanced than I am with the technology. So it's like, yeah, like I said, each one teach one. They might do me a favor, I might do them a favor as far as plugging them into, you know, anybody that I know or somebody that can help them with what they're doing. So it's just like a matter of one hand wash the other and both wash the face. You know what I mean? Just trying to take care of, you know, your brother that you know, you guys are sharing the same struggle trying to get to the mountaintop.
True. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had somebody do it for me. You know, my brother Crack Val from IGT. He showed me the game. He showed me how to maneuver. He showed me how to elevate my craft. He showed me how to write. He showed me how to pick my beats. You know what I mean? So what you get from Snooze Daily is really a product of his guidance. So for me to pass it down, it's only right.
That's what's up. There's nothing wrong with that, man, because I mean, what's left out here, if we don't pass on the positive things that we have or the message that we have to give, then it's just like a book that's being on the shelf is not going to be read. Like when you're out here and people are seeing how you carry yourself, people look at that and be like, well, like somebody told me one time, and they didn't even know my situation, but by them telling me that they wanted to be like me, to see me with a family, raising my family, taking care of my kids, you know what I mean, nice car. I'm always out here going to work and all that. They said, man, I want to have it. I want to have you have a family and be like you, man. You take care of your family. You're a family-oriented guy. Why I was a family-oriented guy? Because it was in me. That's how I was born. I was born about family. I was taught family. We sat down at the table together. That's all I knew. So when I raised my children, it was all at the table. It wasn't reading books. You off there. We all sat at the table. But what he didn't know is that I had a whole lot of problems and a whole lot of demons and shit that I was fighting and going through. Right? He didn't know that part.
But it's the way you hold it together as a mature man. That's more what he's watching. Everybody knows people got problems. The whole point is he see how you keep it together and still handle what you gotta handle. And basically you lead them by example. So that's more, you know, what's really missing is the older cats really doing it like the older cats used to do for us. So
what that did for me, it woke me up and I became a better person. And I put down the demons and all that day because I saw myself that I didn't see, that he saw in me. And from that day on, it was a whole different person. Like he woke me up that I was an important part of society. And that I needed to be around so that people can see the message that I carry. That you never give up, no matter what struggle you're going through, no matter when you're down, no matter hurt, you keep getting up. It's
So
like
I
a lot of people get sick and they claim sickness and they go to the bed and they lay there and they give up. And eventually they die. They don't fight. You gotta fight.
Sometimes they
every
really
minute
sick.
and every
Sometimes
second.
they really sick. They can't.
Hey, listen,
I
I
mean,
see that people are sick, they don't know they're
Sometimes they're
sick.
really sick.
They don't
you
know
gotta
they're
have
sick.
that fighting spirit. That's what he's saying. You gotta have that fighting spirit. Like you can't take
I
no one
understand.
answer.
And
And you
like,
just gotta go hard every chance you
every
get.
day.
You gotta go hard. You know what I
Think
mean?
my body wanted to get down here today. I'm hurting. I'm in pain, but I get
Yeah,
up and
you
go.
can't say that you can't do it. You know, can't do shouldn't even be.
Can't even be in your mouth.
It's
You
always.
can do anything and
it's always
everything.
with
You
me.
put your mind and will
Let
on
me
it.
try it. I'll do it.
You just gotta move. I mean, my thing is if you don't try, you'll never know if you could do it. So just do it.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
If you fail, get up, wipe yourself off, and keep
Do
going.
it again. Do it again.
You got to think about it. The greatest players, the greatest people that done anything, they started from the bottom and they had to work their way. It's hard work and determination, man. That's what's gonna get you here. Hard work, determination, and being humble and keeping it real with yourself and never changing who you are, or even trying to twist who you are to please anybody else. You got to be you for you first. You know what I mean? Everybody else will either catch on or they won't like you. You can't please everybody.
Well, I'm gonna ask you, did you have any music? Video?
Well, the songs that she sent me was this video,
Okay.
so I decided to look at the video other than play the song.
All right.
But
I want to hear something else.
You-
Maybe we get an email with some songs that I'll listen to later on.
I mean, you can send. You could. You know what? I got you on the gram, so I'll DM you after the show and get your email. I'll send you some exclusive stuff. You know what I mean?
unless you got something that you can fire up right now.
I mean, I got something I can fire up. It's not.
Yeah.
We'll listen to
Yes.
it.
All right, hold on.
Introduce it, play it, everything.
What I'll do is I got this single called "Girl 6." I don't know how it's gonna sound, but it's basically for the grown and mature. You know what I'm saying?
Mature. We grown mature around here.
Well, it's more, it's more talking about relationship status and, basically trying to get the girl you want. And that's my next single coming out, The Beast and Wolverine. So this is Girl 6 featuring my sister Lively. She just dropped her album, One Way Out of Space. So you get a chance, check that out. It's definitely dope.
Okay.
And featuring Girl 6, here we go.
What up? What up? What's good? What's good? Ain't shit. Ain't shit. Just take a ride. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Can you blame me? Real recognize, real know the deal. Can you blame me? I see you king, see you queen, yeah, I see you. Can you blame me? No, can you blame me? So let me know. Used to work with her, mature in the body, right? Trap queen mind, stay legit in the money ride. Smooth skin, henny complexion, always on my mind. Her design is perfection, so attractive. Her soul got me captured, hypnotized to make the mind what I've been missing. Few words for my lady, if you listen. Hold you in my arms is the mission. Candlelight and sunset, strolling with hand in hand, building up trust to become your man. Hope you understand. This my mind, body, and soul. Type game make you turn the lights on. Caressing your curves, the body heat to keep you warm. Overdosing that walk when you blast off. Crown you my body, thug and slim for the cash flow. While ride or die, baby, never letting you go. Real recognize, real know the deal. Can you blame me? I see a king, you see a queen, yeah, that's me. Can you blame blame me? No, no, can you blame me? So let me know. Still she sweating all natural makeup. Dime people's five, playing with that cake. Skin soft, get lost in the field. Holding her close, loving the sex appeal. Black queen, so dark and lovely. Only one cover girl in that fat shoulder and Fendi. One of a kind, thank God you mine. Sending me an angel to match my fly. Netflix and chill with smoking some wine. Yo, that's allowed, but down with the 6'9". Ride with your boy like Snooze for your mind. Take your soul across the galaxy, dreaming in the time. Go half on life just to see you smile. Miss Independent, the remnants of your smell got me intrigued. Beat the room 112. A little tobacco white hand, let me rock your world. Real recognize, real, I know the deal. Can you pay me? I see it, can you see the queen? Yeah, I see it, can you blame me? No, no, can you blame me? So let me know.
Yeah.
Nice. I like her in the background. She got some vocals. Wasn't all that crystal, but you can hear it because you're on the speaker over there, but I used to let the sound.
Yeah, I really can't,
I
you know.
like it. I like the concept and I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I definitely. I'll send you some joints though when when we get off. That way you can play, when you feel like it.
Yeah, I got some. I can play that joint on my stations. Ain't no, don't need no radio edits.
But see, that's the main thing with me. I try not to curse when I'm writing. I try and expand my vocabulary and get my point across.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, it's just a point of, a
Well,
message. Huh?
that's the other thing that a lot of artists, the reason why because, me, I look for a lot of opportunities for my own artists,
Uh-huh.
and it'd be some good stuff, and I'll be like, can't do that, nigga.
I mean, just sometimes present it to them. Sometimes you gotta present it to them and give them the challenge of making them try and do it without it.
I have, but
I mean,
like
that's
this
not
is a
going.
mindset.
I mean, did you say it won't hit the radio? The next year, you hear a nigga on the radio.
I mean, let's be real. I mean,
My
the way things are going, it's the radio, the TV is a lot different than when I was coming up. So
radio right now is X-rated.
Yeah, so I just try and be myself. There are some times where I am gonna say the N word. I am gonna say nigga. I am gonna curse, but I try not to. I try and at least, that's my thing to not do it. But sometimes I'll get into it in a line of call for it, and I might just do it and don't care. It all depends.
You
know what I
I put
mean?
them on the stage in Valleys. I bleeped out every nigga in a song that was on the stage, and it was like.
It's so crazy that you got white kids saying nigga, but it's like okay around black people. Like they even got songs with artists, and they on stage and on the album saying nigga.
That's different.
Nah, it ain't different.
I wouldn't say it's different. I would just say it's some people get the pass. Some people
It's after you make $10 million.
I don't think nobody that's not Rockefeller that's been going through the struggle gets the best man. Period.
Jay-Z got both versions. With and without the nigga.
I mean, you gotta set a boundary and hold yourself to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame that. He couldn't be able to perform it. Ain't gonna happen. And he's going. He's going to other Biggie's beat.
Oh, and the white boys hollering a whole lot of niggas.
A whole lot of niggas.
Yeah, they allow him to do that.
But he's probably been around dudes that's been, you know,
Yeah, but
around him and gave him the pass. So
you
yeah,
gotta
I
let
don't
them
think
know what
Cardi
you
should get a pass.
allow. Can you have to let
Cardi
them
shouldn't even get a
know.
pass neither.
I mean, it all depends on who they came up with. And then again, you know, you got those like I don't look at race when it comes to hip hop. It's our culture.
Yeah,
But
pretty
there are
much.
there are people that definitely embrace our culture and love it to death. So, you know, they know how to handle themselves and you know move accordingly too. So, like I said, to me, as long as it's not said in a derogatory way towards you know anybody in particular, like if they're just rhyming, let them rhyme. I mean, if they're doing it,
I'm around with you, but you're not gonna be on no platform with me talking about you my nigga or my nigga or none of
I
that.
mean, yeah, I get you. I mean, that's why I said it all depends because you got some dudes like there's a dude we grew up with. You know what I mean? He grew up around us his whole life from the sandbox, so he kind of gets the pass. He feels uncomfortable at times. You know, when he's like, "Yo," and he'll catch himself and he'll be like, "Yo, man, chill. You ain't gotta worry about it." Like, because we know he don't mean no harm. He's done went to the end of the line with dudes, you know what I'm saying, and showed his loyalty. We
Facts.
don't look at
Yeah,
him
it's a
as
couple of them.
somebody like that. You know what I mean?
Yes, some
Like
of
he's
them.
our brother. You know what I mean? Because
True.
when we got into it with police, he stood up. We got into it with other dudes, he stood up on our side. So, and it's always been that way since we've been young. And we're you know we're to the point where we're grown men. And it's still that bond. I see him to this day. It's still love. You know what I mean? And he don't do it. He don't come off to be disrespectful. And then like I said, at times he'll still try and catch himself because he know it shouldn't be said.
Yeah. But we still gotta remember he was taught by us.
Yeah,
So we got it from.
I mean, it wasn't taught by us. It was something they gave. It was something that was used derogatory. I think the reason why a lot of people are mad is something that.
No, I mean him being around us, sonny. What's up, nigga? What up, nigga?
But
This
that's what
nigga.
I'm saying. I think the
Where we
point
get
that
it from.
they
We
made it
got it.
derogatory in
Why?
the beginning. The fact that we took something that they tried to make derogatory to put us down, and made it an embraceful situation amongst our slang. I think that's why they don't like it and why they feel like they're upset that they can't say it.
Yeah. Nah, I'm just speaking of the one boy. I'm saying from him being around his friends and them all saying it, it's just
Yeah,
comes
he's
off.
going. I mean, eventually he's gonna pick up the slack. If he's been around you every day, and we go to his house, and his mom treat us just like her son. So it ain't no different. You know what I mean? We walk in
Right.
the crib, she treat us the same as him. He walk in our crib, my mom treat him the same as us. It's just that, you know what I mean? We've been around each other for that long.
Yeah. That's how we always do. You know what I mean? So I mean, never. Nobody never set out to hurt anybody. You know, even us as a culture. You know what I mean? Being black or whatever.
It's just sad on a
It's
daily
sad.
basis. Like
Yeah.
we embrace it. Like we all do. It's not nobody that's
So
not guilty of it that I know of. Like
right, we use it as a term of endearment. So so lax is like,
I just
Yeah, I
walk
mean,
over.
like I said, to each his own because everybody's gonna have an opinion of what they like and what they don't like, and what
Yeah.
should be said and what shouldn't be said. So, to me, it's more each his own. Certain things don't bother me because they just words. You know what I mean? Like I'm at the age. I'll be honest. I came up in the era where we had nothing but your mama jokes, so we got tough skin.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't let words bother me. It's more, you know what I mean. I watch people and their actions. That'll let me know how to deal with you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the best way to handle anybody that you meet nowadays, because people can judge people at first glance, You know what I mean? And that's not even good, you know? Because you wouldn't want nobody to judge your music at the first glance or at the first listen. Maybe you might need to listen to it twice.
I mean, it all depends. Some, the day, like you said, it all depends on when they listen to it, what mood they're in. It all depends on what song. Not everybody's gonna like what I made one time, but they might not like the next song. You know what I mean? So I just try and make music and be versatile in the music I'm making. But also just sticking in my lane. I make it. I basically make music that has my own sound. I'm not trying to sound like nobody. I'm not purposely trying to sound like nobody.
Right,
But my aim is to always be me on anything I do.
right.
That's what it's supposed to be about. Any questions?
That's, well, I got another question. So, do you like work with other artists?
I do. I mean, like I said, I'm open to working with artists
No, I mean like as a manager.
like managing artists.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll be honest with you, I don't really like being a middleman, but if I can help somebody by negotiating something to get them what they want, yeah, I don't have a problem doing that. But I don't really like being a middleman. I kind of like letting people speak for themselves because that way there's no
A lot of work.
miscommunication. You
yeah,
know,
some misconceptions.
yeah. I mean, if a
And a
person
lot of work.
if I set up the
Right,
meeting and the person goes in the meeting and tells the label or tells that person what they want and they don't get what they want, that's not on me.
right,
You know what I mean? I don't want that to be on me. Like I don't want to have to go in there and speak on behalf of somebody else. I rather that person. I'll go in there for support, and you can speak, and I'll help you interpret what you want and what they're saying as far as what you need to know, what they're offering. But I'm really not trying to be in the middle and handle all the legal matters of an artist. I'd rather do that with mine. That way, if there's any mistake or misconception or miscommunication,
right.
it's
So
all on
that's
me.
a person that's really interested in doing that, and does that comes into play because a lot of people believe that they can be managers, but like you just said, there's a lot of work with that. It's paperwork, it's things that you gotta have to make sure that your artist is comfortable with his living finances, and make sure that you're comfortable at the same time. So that thing is, it has to be some kind of income coming in. A lot of people think that a manager is supposed to just take care of all your finances, your studio time, your shows, you
Just
get
everything.
everything. You put it on the table, that's what they believe that a manager is supposed to do. That's not the fact. And
Well,
the fact,
what I tell most of the artists I deal with, what I tell most of the artists I deal with is I tell them to get the knowledge. I'll show
right?
them where they go to research and know what they're dealing with, know what they want, and know how to interpret what they want and how to speak. That way, when they get that chance or when they earn an opportunity, you know how to maneuver. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that person that holds your hand. And then when things don't go according to plan, you upset with me. I'm gonna put you in a position where you can speak and know what you want and know how to articulate and get what you want. And that way, when the deal is said and done, and you sign that paper, because I'm not signing it, you are.
Right.
So if you sign that paper, just know that I gave you the best of my knowledge if it was right or wrong for you. And if you didn't do the research for what you want, that's nobody's fault but your own. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I mean, you got to look at paperwork and look at it like this. It's your hard-earned work. It's your art. So, are you gonna give it to somebody for pennies, or are you gonna give it to them for what it's worth?
So are you strictly independent?
Strictly independent. I don't. I do get my distribution through WUMAG. Shout out to my man Rob Schwartz. You know what I'm saying? But I do everything on my own through Snooze Daily Music and Phantom Music. You know what I mean? Through WUMAG. And
You good to go.
that's it. I try and keep
You
everything
good
like
to go.
I mean,
Yeah, you with the right people.
You with the right people.
at the end of the day, you might as well.
Might
Yeah,
as well.
definitely with the right people.
I just doing the Who Mag. Remember, I've been knowing Rob for a long time.
Yeah.
Many years. You know, when he had the Distro Fest, he offered a membership thing. I jumped in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we performed at this show fest too. Me, Phantom, Tony
I brought an
Steele.
artist over. I brought an artist over.
Yeah, yeah. He was there.
Now,
It was a dope event. Definitely dope. 'Cause, you know, that's
no,
Rob.
I mean to the distribution. I brought an artist over to the
Oh yeah,
distribution.
yeah, definitely. Like Rob is a genius when it comes to moving and how to put you in certain places so you know where you're supposed to be. That's one thing with him that I've seen since I've been with Humag, that I'm always in the place I need to be.
That's right.
So
That's
that
it.
that to me shows, you know, that you got somebody that believes in what you're doing. So I don't want to lose that. Never want to lose that. When you get in the game, that's the main thing to being
It's a
successful in the
big
game.
difference.
You know what I mean? Just having somebody, having a team. Like, you know, MJ takes care of my PR work. You know what I'm saying? I definitely love the way she handles everything. She keeps you on your toes because she's definitely
Definitely gotta give a shout out to MJ.
handles her business. So she keeps me on my toes to make sure that I'm, you know, crossing my T's and dotting my I's. So that way I'm on point. Because, you know, she's like Mama MJ. You don't want to piss her off. She gets, you know. So it's just a matter of just keeping everything, you know, just having a team and everybody playing together.
So what do you got? What's upcoming for you?
What's up next?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually got an EP that I'm working on with the Mixtape Addict. Shout to him from Paris, France. You know, that's next. You know what I mean? I got a couple joints off that EP with my brother Max Bond. You know what I mean? From out here, another Long Island artist just getting busy. I got a couple joints with my brother Jamal Milton. You know, another artist from Long Island. We just, you know, my brother just called me Al. He got the Al Taylor project dropping soon. So, you know, that's the team. So we just support each other and just try and keep everybody moving. You know, it's not a competition, but, you know, we just definitely keep each other moving and keep each other on our toes. You know what I mean? And it's just dope to have a team like that where everybody move in one accord. You know, and we ain't hating on each other. You know, when it's his time to shine, everybody come out and support him, and when it's my time, everybody come out and support me, and so forth and so on. So that's how we've been. That's how we've been getting to where we've been, and you know, for me, it's a movement because it's a whole Long Island thing. Like, there's a lot of artists out here that I deal with and that I have relationships with that, you know, I'm just trying to help in any way I can. So, you know, I mean, I always give them a shout out, like my brothers, you know, the Coneheads, Limelight, Liddy Sweat, Liddy Fuego. You got my man Young Legacy, little young cat right now. He kind of hot. He got a new joint called Dance for Me. You need to check it out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's just fun to see the young cats that's definitely, you know, putting in that work and really grinding, you know what I'm saying? It keeps me inspired to keep going.
Wow. Well, definitely email us some of those links and stuff. Especially, you talked about the event that y'all usually have.
Oh, we do Mondays. My man does the summer concert series on Mondays. It's going to be going all the way up to the Long Island Music Awards.
Send us the information on that. You know what I mean? Because
I
I mean,
definitely
some
will.
of us is known to come out to some of that stuff. We got to
Definitely.
artists that way.
I'll definitely send you all the information. You know, we'll definitely appreciate it because we definitely, you know, even if you come out, we can set it up on a Monday. If you get in touch with them, I'll give you
Yeah,
information. You can get your artists to perform too. You come up here.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I
Because
mean?
it's good to network in other areas or whatever. You know, we even if we come to some too.
Most definitely. So, I'll be out that way because, we definitely going to sit down and try and come up with a plan this year to start moving around and doing more shows outside of, New York and pretty much the United States. Like, this EP is to set up some shows over in London.
No, let us know. We do it event space. We got a little space here, for a smaller event,
I
like
mean, listen, if y'all got an event coming, let me know. We'll pop out. I ain't got no problem dropping.
I'll definitely keep you on.
he got a birthday coming up next month.
All right, so let me know, man. We'll get the squad come out.
I'll see the flyer.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up.
About to come out.
October 15th, I'll see the flyer.
All right, bet. We'll see what's up. We'll try and get out there. You know what I mean? For the night.
Yeah. So let people know where they can contact you too, and people watching.
I always tell people Google the name Snooze Daily because I have many platforms where I have different type of music that I'm basically I have free downloads. Some of the stuff is done under the Mag distribution, but I have like mixtape stuff that I put out for free for people to listen. You know, you can go on different sites. I got music on Reverb Nation. I got music on number1music.com. We got the singles on all major platforms. The single from last year was "Oh Lord," produced by Slizzo Family. So we just moving, man. We trying to move, and this Beast of Wolverine was one of the starting fives from Phantom of the Beat. That he dropped in April. So you got Vintage Brew from my brother Silence the Fifth. Tony Steele dropped the Most High. I got my brother Renoir Dollars with Gandhi. He should be dropping that soon. And my sister Catherine Swain, she's got her new single she's about to do. So it's all part of the starting five. We're just to the point of everybody dropping and getting the visuals done. And it's a team effort. So we just gonna be out there. When you see me, you're gonna see the rest of the team, and when you see the rest of the team, you're gonna see me. That's how we move.
That's what's up. That's nice. Oh man, we're glad to have you here. Just get to network with some other people, positive conversation, and just be able to do some new things, just to see how the world is moving on in the music culture.
Definitely, it's also appreciated that y'all reached out to have me on, because I know y'all have a following, so to introduce me your following is definitely a pleasure, and I appreciate it, and I always tell people, like, yo, just tap in with me, man. I got music, and, if you feel like you don't like something, please let me know what you don't like about it. Maybe we could talk about it. Maybe I could come up with something, or maybe you could help me expand my situation. So I never take any type of criticism personal. It's always constructive for me because the fans are the people who make me who I am. So the thing is to always try and listen and see where I could better myself. So I'm always open to doing that.
WEBBO, anything to say to Snooze before we leave?
No, I like your music though. I just said I added you on Instagram too.
I tell you what, tap in with me on Instagram. We'll kick it. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to hear what you got going on, and then what I'm saying, we'll come up with a plan to make something happen for the people. Dude. That's all it is. That's how easy it is for me.
For sure. I followed you.
All right, so I definitely tap in. You know what I'm saying? Right after I log out, I'll tap in. Like I said, I got producers. If you need beats, I got a lot of producers around me that got heat. You know what I mean? I've been working with Phantom Music, who did the Magic Stick for 50. He's done, Apollo Kids for Ghostface. He's done a lot of stuff in the industry, and it's just an honor to work with him, and for him to treat me like a younger brother. So
Wow.
it's just dope. And you know what I mean? I'm just out here having fun, really. I'm just having fun doing what I love.
That's the main thing.
Yeah, really having fun.
That's a
Ain't
blessing.
no doing it.
That's a blessing.
That's the key part.
Yeah,
That's the main ingredient. Having fun.
I'm just having fun. Like, the thing for me is, you know, I got a lot of homeboys. We all, you know, we joke, we joke, crack jokes with each other. It's like a friendly competition, but at the same token, you know, it's just dope because we having fun, and it's just like the old days when we was coming up. You know, when we was going to high school. It's the same when we was in the lunchroom and battling and beating on the table. It's just the same. We just doing it in the studio now. So to me, it's just the same point. It just keeps me young.
Wow.
It keeps me young-minded. You know, it just keeps me, you know, in the groove of just being myself and just able to be around real people that I know and enjoy the company and have fun.
Wow. That's great. That's great. So and then on top of that, you can make good music.
Yeah, that's the icing on the cake, especially when, you know, people tune in and they tell you that they like your music or they feeling or yo, you know, the main thing for me is when somebody say, yo, I feel, you know, everything you're doing, I understand where you're coming from. When they say they understand and they understand the passion, that's more for me than anything. That's more than that means more than anything for me because that's what I do it for.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. So I guess that's the best way to leave the audience feeling. That's beautiful.
You know what I mean?
Thanks, man.
Definitely appreciate y'all, you know what I mean?
Information, and I'm definitely going to send you mine throughout the party.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to stay in touch too, man, because, like, yo, I see y'all be doing things, and, you know, like I said, if you ever need my help or anything you got going on, I'm definitely willing to come out and show my support because, you know, I definitely appreciate the support that you're giving me.
Yo, we're going to let you know about it very soon.
All right, no doubt. No doubt.
Not cooking.
Yeah, not cooking.
I just got to get the sauce to simmer right.
All right, that's what's up. Yo, listen, man, like I said, I appreciate y'all, you know what I mean, for having me. I'm about to log out and go get me some grub right now because
yes, it's done. Yeah.
But
all right, Snooze.
Definitely appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
Good night too.
And support Snooze Daily. Love y'all.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, yeah, that was Snooze Daily, guys. Very good. This is Daily, and we're back. Vic's gonna give us a track. It's a great interview that we had, guys. Snooze Daily on Long Island. We also here. Is that another track from WEBBO FISK?
Did it. Oh, that's his mom, she let me bust litty. She let me fuck, gave me 150. Only one hoe that I care about. You can have the rest. I'm tired of these DC bitches, had to take the rep sex.
Run that back, run that back, run that back.
They said, hi, you the plug and always waiting shit. Cause I be knocking shit off like a Tyson shit. My bitch mad at me, girl, hit a grip, please. I'm trying to knock these bars off so we can lip read. Tell the man what you want, baby, bitch teams. Favorite line fit for me, think I got an idol. Kobe passed recently, so it's been a while. Run, Ricky, run, Ricky, run. Tell this bitch don't leave me one hickey. He was me, now he Bob Diddy. Oh, that's his mom, she let me bust litty. She let me fuck, gave me 150. Only one hoe that I care about. You can have the rest. I'm tired of these DC bitches, had to take a rest. I was like a 12 gauge in the fucking sex. Break her hoes down, fish can out the step. First thing gonna break you down, niggas spin a check. Fall in love with the neck, hop out that ass. You knew that booty's fat, nigga call a kid. Niggas try to stab him up, it was just some ass. Look you a nigga, bitch you can't walk him out. That's the unky step, niggas pussy. Brody took your pack, he ain't wanna bang it out, he only stabbing cat. Cuz back into the PS. Now let me correct this, but he a shooter, he can't accept this. Movie scenes, not the dream life. I can't on me, damn Brody, that team tight. Big FISK to you, bitch. Big FISK and you, bitch. And watch your mouth.
drool it. She digging me, she want drool tip. Fuck around and dunking on some cool shit. Now she knocked up, it's okay though. Bro, I know the feeling when she pop up. Cause you was being petty, locked up on some whole shit. Pop, pop. Long days I was in them trenches. Niggas leashing, but I couldn't witness. Real shit, it's a jungle out here. I'm trying to build shit. Before I get booked, I'm trying to deal shit. I ain't been asleep, I might kill fists. Taking all these E's, that's chill fists. When you see me shaking, I'm in drill tip. Y'all niggas pussy, this no snake shit. I love my mom shit, she know I grind shit. I'm in this puddle, nigga, but I ain't drowning, bitch. No snakes in this bitch, snakes get them hit. You hear them niggas hiss, I come on your mitt. Niggas pussy, big fish, nigga.
All right.
I'm in the scene, bro.
All right, guys. Make sure y'all back with us on Thursday. We're gonna have the incredible, beautiful Miss Angela Burke. Okay, if you don't know who she is, you can Google her name. Miss Angela Burke on Thursday. Tomorrow, y'all, meet us in Dilworth Park. All right, going down 12 to 1 for Shakina B. 6 to 8 p.m. tomorrow. Meet us at the WXYZ Lounge at the A-Loft 101 North Broad Street, Philadelphia, for Lassiter. All right? Make sure you meet us there. And also on Sunday, 10-2 at 2 p.m., Mr. Dave is having that BBWP, Big Beautiful Woman Pageant for Domestic Abuse Awareness at the Clarion Airport Hotel. And if you like to have fun and you want one more go at it, on October the 1st, it's the car show and food drive at Clementon Park. $20, you can ride all day. They're giving away food. The car show starts from 10 to 1, and you can ride the rides, except for the water rides, they're closed. 12 to 7 p.m. Clementon Park, guys. All right, $20. You can ride all day. We also got that PHL thing going on with David O. PHL Live, and you got a few more days. The registration is over on September 30th. That's right. It's over. Okay? $11,000 in cash and prizes is up for grabs. You better make sure that you are registered and see if you're going to do that. PHL Live Center Stage. Are you Philly's top music talent or what? Or what? Or what? Yeah. He wants that. Because he getting in that, okay? So who's the top? I've been hearing all this stuff. Everybody's top, everybody's little this, everybody's son, everybody's everything. Daughter, cousin. Y'all in there? All right. Because it's going to be a lot of good things coming in those prizes from UNAC. So y'all better make sure that y'all check out UNAC distribution. Everybody's checking it out. Okay? Spend some money. What you got to say, Biggs, before we get up out of here?
I ain't got too much to say. Except October the 12th, we won't be here on a meet and greet with you on the Bible. We turn it up on my birthday.
On the 12th
On
or
the
15th?
12th of October, we will have an all-day thing on the first thing.
All
And then
day.
on the 15th
All
of
day
October
music.
is the Leader Gang official birthday party for me.
October 15th. So we looking for performers?
I'm picking them out.
Hand-picked performers.
But if they run out of the room,
They run out. If we got time.
Is there, which we will have time. Then we will have people, that are performing. I can't get who out here and who out.
Because it's a party. It's a birthday party. It's not a showcase, right?
Right, exactly.
It's a birthday party.
But
So
some artists will be able to perform if they're here. but I'm handpicking artists who I want to see.
Right.
So they know who they are. They know who they are.
So they know. All right, we're gonna get up out of here because I gotta pay these bills and stuff.
That's
And,
right. My
you know,
contact is drying out.
the contacts is drying out.
Drying out. Like I got out.
Ah,
She got
well, y'all meet us back here on Thursday. It's gonna be Angela. We're gonna give her a beautiful welcome. You know, and I met Angela Burton a couple times. She's near and dear to my heart. And
What did she do?
huh? She sings all of. She's been singing forever. She's from Atlantic City, and she sings with. She's a mainstream artist.
She got online.
Yeah, she's gonna come online, and you know, she sings R&B and jazz, and she sings all over the place. She opens up shows for some of the greatest artists. She sings with some of the greatest artists, and she's sharp. That's my name.
We'll find out next week.
You'll find out
Until
next
then.
week who she is. All right. Until then, we're gonna get with y'all.
We can go out and see more of my